Hi everybody, Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you're all safe and well. It's like I haven't been saying it for the last year. If you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. I'm happy because it's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. The weekend is almost upon us. Should be a nice weekend as well. And also we've got our last pre-season game. RC Lens tomorrow, Saturday afternoon, and Anton will be providing a preview like we always do. So keep an eye on the channel. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you're made aware of when that comes up. Should be up tomorrow lunchtime. Tomorrow morning sometime. We also got a House in Hot Water as well on Sunday, talking about the late Joey Beecham and his 58 days at West Ham as well. That'll be up on Sunday morning, and hopefully we'll have some reactions to the RC Lens games as well. That'll be sort of Saturday night time. But anyway, I'm going to bring to you Hammer's headlines for the 29th, the last one in July of this year. When we're back in August, which is only 3 days away, but seems like a longer time. And obviously then we'll be on the road to the start of the season, which will be kicking off next Sunday, home to obviously Man City. Obviously the Championship and all the other leagues start tonight, isn't it? I think Burnley tonight. Good luck, Josh Cullen. So I bring you three transfer rumour stories, unfortunately, today. The first one is we sort of have these sort of one sort of prolonged transfer after the next prolonged transfer. We've had a Gerd, and then we had sort of Schumacher a little bit. Now it's Kostic's turn. Now, apparently, West Ham are ready to break the bank, so to speak, to pay Philippe Kostic apparently 120k a week in order to convince him to move to the London Stadium this summer. That's according to a report from Frankfurt Rundschau, who claim that the Hammers had lodged a £13 million bid for the 48 capped Serbian international, and by all accounts we're going to go back in. They want about €20 million, it seems, which is about 17 million quid. The Eintracht Frankfurt manager doesn't think he's going anywhere, but we're going to try all we can. At the moment, West Ham's highest earner is Kurt Zuma, who's around at 120k a week, sort of in terms of his pay, packet. Oh, it's payday as well, isn't it? So we're going to be sort of matching that, basically. Clearly, Moyes seems to be really keen, really desperate to get Kostic in, considering the fact he's going to make him potentially the joint highest earner in the club. And apparently we'll need, so, I mean, we bid £13 million for him. We're going to have to raise it by about 4 million to get that €20 million estimation from Frankfurt. I mean, recently, I think TalkSport came out and said what a fantastic player. We know what a good player he is. We've seen him firsthand in terms of what a direct player he is, and a credible left foot on him. He plays on the left, which is what we need. He can play a number of positions as well as being a provider as a goal scorer. They played Waldorf, not the salad. They played Astro Waldorf 2 days ago, and he scored a great goal and set one up as well, and that's what he does. He bagged last season 15 assists and 7 goals in 43 games, so that's 22 goal involvements in 44 games, almost one in every other game, and so that's a healthy return in anyone's standards, albeit he's a 29-year-old, so it's a little bit on the older side, so there will be no sell-on value really, but we'll see. Can we tempt him? Will the money tempt him to move to West Ham rather than play Champions League football with Eintracht Frankfurt, a club he's been with for many years? Apparently, he's turned down 2 Champions League clubs already in the summer. So we shall see. Obviously, his contract runs out at the end of next season. So he has the option, obviously, to then ask his price. Ask his price really in terms of if he goes on a free transfer next year. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye on. In terms of alternatives, obviously we spoke about Zielinski yesterday, and by all accounts, that probably won't happen. We're unlikely to go back in for another bid, but you never know West Ham these days. But another Napoli player who we've been linked with, I know Anton's spoken about him before and I've spoken about him, is Hervin Lozano from Napoli. And apparently we've been told 25 million quid will get him. And that's according to Area Napoli, who claimed the Hammers could face competition from Crystal Palace for the 26-year-old signature this summer. The article claims that West Ham need to pay £25 million if they want to prize the 26-year-old away from the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona this summer. 25 quid. It's a bargain. He can come and sit next to me. 25 million for a 26-year-old who should be entering sort of his peak. I think that's a good deal. He hasn't had a great time in Napoli last couple of seasons. He's more than capable of producing the goods. He's done it before. In Eindhoven, he made about 80 appearances. He scored something like 40 goals, 20 odd appearances in 20 assists, 40 goals and about 80 appearances for PSV Eindhoven. That was enough to get Napoli to break the bank to get him over there. First season did all right, second season not so much. I think all in, he scored about 26 goals. He's got about 13, 15, something like assists in about 115 games for Napoli. So not the most prolific for his time at Napoli, but maybe a move might sort of reinvigorate his career a bit. He's definitely got pace, which is something we heavily lack now, particularly with Flash going to Bournemouth, and he's got technical ability, and he's adaptable as well. He can play across the whole front three, so he can play left, right, and up top on his own. So you can see why it could happen, but again, we'll keep an eye on that one. I think there's going to be a lot of movement. This is actually, without even thinking about it, This is basically a wingers special, because I'm going to talk about another guy we've been linked to a few times, and that's Watford's Sarr. Apparently, ex-WHU employee reported on his Patreon account that the Irons will be ready to step up the ante in the pursuit for the Senegalese international. And apparently now we know what price it will be to get him. According to Foot Mercato, the Watford are willing to let the 24-year-old leave for £29 million. Sorry, more precisely, £29.3 million. Although they have had no offers for him yet. So I imagine that, although that's what they want, that's not what they're going to get by all accounts. That's not an unreasonable amount, I don't think, for 24-year-old. You look at someone like Lozano, they want £25 million. He's a couple of years older, so yeah, you probably would get him for 25 maybe. They wanted 20 million for Dennis. So, I was listening to, Ben Foster, obviously, who was formerly at Watford, speaks very highly of Sarr. He says he's actually a freak. People don't understand his acceleration off from a standing start is like nothing he's ever seen before. And again, as we said with Lozano, one thing we don't have now is genuine pace. We have fast players. Bowen's fast, Antonio's fast, but I wouldn't say they are, like off the chart rapid. Do you know what I mean? Sort of, he is something which could come in and make a massive difference. At 24, still got, in essence, his formative years ahead of him, really. He's definitely a rough diamond. And, there could be sell on value as well. It's something you look at. It's not like we're getting him to flip him on a few years later. But if, he has a really good time with us and performs well, you could be looking at 45 million pounds for him in 2 years' time. I don't know, just that's considerations you have to make, particularly when you look at something like Kostic, who's going to cost you €20 million, and arguably there won't be any sell on value at all for him. Even Zielinski, in all honesty, he was 28, and they wanted approaching €40 million for him as a package. So again, there's no real sell on value there as well. You look at someone like Skamaka, I think about 35 million quid all in with add-ons and stuff. There's, you're doubling your money on him if he has a good couple of years. In all honesty, won't you? So we'll see. I'm intrigued about Sarr. I think he could be a rough diamond, and definitely. I think Kostic comes in and just hits the ground running. I think Sarr may need some time to come in. Obviously, you look at someone like Dwight McNeil going to Everton for £20 million all in. I'd say Sarr is a much better player than Dwight McNeil. Same with Cornet as well. I mean, we're still looking at him as well. So, anything's going to happen, I think. But it's clear we've got options on that sort of left forward side. Kostic arguably would be probably a safer pair of hands, maybe, because he has the ability to play left wing back as well. So you can play multiple positions. I think Cornet is a great player, but he's a little bit unpredictable. A little bit cold, runs a bit cold and hot. Sarr, hit the ground running when he was at Watford the first time they went up, and the likes of Liverpool were after him. Nothing materialised there, despite the fact that they sort of need players. They didn't go and buy Sarr. They went and bought Luis Diaz, for twice the money. So we'll see. But there's clearly a number of options there, and that's it. My friends, my ladies and gentlemen, my friends. That's what we are, all part of the West Ham family. As I said, we'll be having the preview for the RC Lens game coming up before the kick-off tomorrow. We've also got Hammers in Hot Water series with the late Joey, looking at the late Joey Beecham, and then we all start next week with all the fun, the previews and reviews and people's predictions for the Man City game, and also all the crazy transfer rumours. There'll be even more. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Have a lovely weekend. Stay lucky. Stay cheeky. Stay positive. Keep the faith, and hopefully will we bring home the Betway Cup on Sunday? On Saturday? Is it Is it officially a Betway Cup game? I don't think it is. But if we did, it could be our first piece of silverware, but I don't think it is. I don't think they're doing it. Anyway, ta-ta for now, my friends. Ciao, ciao.